Hey everybody, how's it going today? My name is Trish from Downey's Candle Company, and I've been making candles for probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 months now, and I wanted to start a YouTube channel and start something new, I guess, a series of 52 weeks of candles. And I thought every week I could make a different type of candle or something candle related, wax melt or something, which will help me learn how to make different things and just have an outlet to talk about candles, because my family's getting a little bit tired of me talking about candles to them. So this week I thought we could make just simple double wick candles, and I have these Evermore jars from 1617. This one is the Tiffany blue, got 2 of those, and then the matte blush, 2 of those, and these are amazing, beautiful vessels. I love them. They're so beautiful. I also got from 1617 the wick centering tool and the stabilizers to put on top. I do have covers. I didn't get these from 1617. These I got from California Candle Company, and they fit perfect. They just nicely around. So I got those to go on after. The oils I'm going to be using today for the Tiffany blue ones, I thought I would use, it's called Cupcake at Tiffany's. It's from Nature's Fragrance, and it's a beautiful cupcake buttercream. I thought Cupcake at Tiffany's would go good in these Tiffany blue. And then from the other fragrance I got is called Oatmeal Lavender, and that is from Little Bee Scents. It's the oatmeal lavender, and that has a beautiful, nice smell to it. I have a wick placer, I guess you'll call this, some wick stickers, of course, a thermometer for measuring the temperature of the wax, LX10 wicks, and I should tell you that the wax, of course, I have, and the wax I got the recipe from 1617. They have a blog and they have a YouTube channel, and they actually have a video of making candles in their Evermore jars, and that's how I decided to use the LX10. And I did a little different of their recipe. Their recipe was Cocoa 83, IGA 4630, or I don't know, I use IGA 4630 and Cocoa 83 for this. And then I also use a universal soy additive that I melt in there after. And that just helps stabilize it for, I mean, right now it's winter, but it helps stabilize it for any summer months. It just hardens it up a little bit more. I have my melting pot for my wax, as you can see right here. Of course, paper towels, rubbing alcohol for cleanup, my pouring pitcher, and then my stirrer. So, oh, and then of course the last thing is the scale. So I have already measured out, I'm going to put the scale underneath the spout for here. I already measured out my wax, so I'm going to get that in here to start melting it, and then I will get the vessels ready. So let me just put this in here. So like I said, this is 4630, which is Harmony wax, which is paraffin. So I just put about, let's see, what did I put? I put about 15% of the Harmony, and I put 85% of the Cocoa 83. And that way it has a little bit of the paraffin for a little bit stabilizing and scent throw. All right, so I'll let this start melting, and while it's melting, I will get my jars ready. Move this. Once the wax is melted, that's when I put in, this is a powder. So when the wax is melted, I put this in and melt that down in there. So the first thing I do to get my jars ready is clean them out with rubbing alcohol, and that way I know that the wicks will stick to the bottom. They'll be nice and clean and debris free. I just put some alcohol in there, and then just rub it around, clean it all out, clean the table up. These are just so beautiful, these blush ones. I love them, they're so pretty. I have some other ones from them. I have the darker pink ones. Let's see what else. I have the white ones, black ones. Then I have ones that are, I don't remember the name, but they kind of look like a dark gray when they're not lit. And then once you light them up, they're this most beautiful maroon color. It's just really pretty. All right, so now I'm going to put a wick stabilizer in each one of these. Get my wicks out, and these are double wick candles. I think they're about 4" in diameter, so the double wick works really good for these. I'll just put some wick stickers on. And I use this tool, that way I can press them down easy. I've seen some people use a pen, hollowed out pen, I guess you would call it. And then I've also seen, I haven't seen them used with these jars, but I've seen some of the wick setters that they have. I actually have one, but I haven't really tried using it yet. So let me just wick the rest of these up. All right, so now that these are all have the wicks in them, oops, don't put that in there. These have the wicks in them. I'm gonna put the stabilizers on. Keep the wick centered while the wax is solidifying. Alright, so these are on. This will help keep the wick centered when the wax is poured. And the next thing, let's see, the wax is still melting. So I think we'll do the Tiffany blue jars first. And actually, I'm gonna just give this a real quick clean out. Sorry, that was my cord coming out. There. All right, so this is ready. And spatula. Stir it, one little piece of wax still melting in there. And so I put 10% oil in these. So we're gonna use Cupcake at Tiffany's first. So on my scale, I just put my glass container that I'm gonna hold it in, zero it out. And I'm making 2 of these, so that's gonna be 2.2 ounces. This just smells so good. There we go, 2.2. I'm gonna take this off here. Now we'll put the scale down here. zero that out. And let's see, the wax is pretty much almost melted. There. Let's see what the temperature is. 233. I'm going to just turn this down. I usually like to heat it up to about 215, 220. This is a little bit hotter, but that's okay. Put the soy additive in there. Mix that around till it's melted. All right, it should be melted in just a few minutes. All right, so now I'm going to figure out, oh, that kind of works. I have 18.4 ounces of Cocoa 83 in here, 3.2 ounces of Harmony 4630, 2.2 ounces of the soy additive. So two, I'm gonna put, when I pour this into my pouring pitcher for these two, I'm gonna pour 23.8 ounces. And that will fill these 2 jars up. All right, so that is all melted. Let's check the temperature. So it's 216, that's perfect. And I'm going to pour it in here. All right, next time I'm gonna have to figure out how this works a little better. Okay, but anyways, when they say 23.8 is what we're gonna pour into here. So I know that when it goes into here, it's gonna drop down in temperature. I'm gonna pour it around probably between 190 and 200. All right, 23.8. Put the cover to keep this warm. So now that I have this, I'm going to check the temperature again. So I'm going to pour this in. With coconut wax, you don't really need to stir it very much, but I still like to stir it for about a minute. So Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute. Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
I just like to make sure it binds, so I think you only really have to stir it for 30 seconds, but I do more. Right or wrong, that's just what I do. I like to stir it a little bit slow so it doesn't have a lot of bubbles in it. I don't want a lot of bubbles coming up to the top. And usually the tops of these, after they're solidified, which I'll come back tomorrow and show you, or maybe later tonight, depending on when they're solidified and when I can get back here. They're usually pretty smooth, but sometimes if they're a little bumpy, I just will use a little heat gun and smooth the top down. Alexa off. All right, so put this right here. Now I'm going to pour these nice and slow. Yeah, I do my best to get them about even, which pretty much can eyeball it. I'll just place these over here for now. And I will go ahead and take my alcohol and wipe the spoon down because it does have the scent from this first scent cupcake at Tiffany's on it, and I'm putting a new scent for the next two. So they clean down really easily when you clean them right when the wax is still melted in here. Whoops. I just like to wipe it down a few times. Kind of smell it. There. And I'm also going to wipe down the cup I put the fragrance oil in so I can put a new one in there. Hey everybody, sorry about that. My camera died, or the storage actually was full, right as I was cleaning out this container for the new wax, so new fragrance oil. So I just finished cleaning it out. I put 2.2 ounces of the oatmeal lavender from Little Bee Scents, and I had to remelt my wax. So I'm just gonna check the temperature of that. That is good. So I'm going to turn this off, unplug it. Since I know that I was only making 4 jars and I put enough in for 4 jars, I don't really need to measure the wax out with my scale this time. I'm just going to take it and pour the rest in my pitcher. I poured this way because the spout is up a little bit in here, so you wouldn't quite get all of the oil. You'd have to tilt this to get the rest of the oil in here, or the wax, I'm sorry. But that's fine. Not a big deal for that. Okay, so I'm going to see what temperature this is at now that I've dropped it in here. 220. I'm going to let that cool down just a little bit. 220, I don't know. I like to put my fragrance oil in at around 210, which won't take long to get there because it's already at 217. This was a cold jar, a cold pitcher. So while I'm waiting for that to cool down, I'll apologize for probably saying 1,000 times in this video. There I go, said it right there. My first video, so I'm not sure I'm gonna like it. I'm not sure I'm gonna like my voice, but I wanted to do it because I just want to make a bunch of different candle things for the next 52 weeks and videotape it because I thought that would be fun. Like I said, someone to talk to. So this is down to 210. I'm going to add my fragrance oil and stir it for a minute. So Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute. Okay, so now I'm going to pour these 2 blush matte jars. while it is still warm wax in here. So that is pretty much it. I will come back tomorrow or later tonight, like I said, when these are fully hardened and show you what the finished product looks like. Put some labels on, put the warning stickers on the bottom. So thank you for watching this part of the video, and I'll see you in a few minutes for you, but I don't know, a day or so for me. Thank you. See you in a few minutes. Hey everybody, so it is the next day and the candles are set up. So I'll just remove these wick stabilizers. And you can see, hopefully, that they have nice smooth tops on them. I didn't have to use the heat gun to smooth them out or anything. And have my trimmers, wick trimmers, and I'm just gonna cut the wicks on these. And usually I cut them down to about 1/4 of an inch, and these wick trimmers work great because that's about how much they cut them down to when you cut it down. Next thing I'm going to do is put on the warning labels on the bottom. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I printed out some labels. I used Canva to create the labels, and I moved them over to the Avery site, and I just printed them here at home. So, and I printed them on, I think this is 1.5 by 2.5 maybe. I'll look and I'll let you know. But they're clear labels. So then I just take the jar, put it down, and just get the label on. There, and you can see it is all labeled up. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare. I'm sorry if there is. Here's the oatmeal lavender. I'm not sure, sorry. I'll take a close-up of all of these after so you can see them. Hopefully without a glare. Yeah, last sticker. All right, and then the very last thing is I'll put the covers on all of these. This wax, where it's mostly coconut, takes about 3 weeks to cure. You can wick test if you want after a couple days, but to get the full scent throw, it takes about 3 weeks. And I've made these before. I'll show you the other ones that I made. These are the two we made today, or yesterday, between yesterday and today. And these are the other ones that I've made in the past. I have lemon bar, flower garden, cashmere vanilla lace, This is the other pink one I was talking about. Sea salt and orchid. Cranberry marmalade. And then mahogany teakwood, which is a beautiful, beautiful scent. So these are the other ones that I've made in the past. And that's it. I'll take a close-up for you to see them, but thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something and maybe you want to try to make these candles sometime. Thank you. Have a nice day.